Time now for the STOHD.com Diamond in the Rough and its captain's reliever, Francisco Jimenez. STOHD.com's Tony Lastoria has Jimenez ranked 94th out of 100 top tribe prospects. Jimenez is a smallish left-handed reliever who throws a fastball that sits between 88 and 92 and complements it with a slurvy-type breaking ball and change. If he continues to develop, he could become an interesting lefty specialist in the bullpen down the road for the tribe.
Well, you look at this kid, and he's displayed excellent command of his pitches. Excellent fastball, excellent breaking ball, and excellent changeup. To go and have 69 strikeouts and only eight walks in the last 2 years is amazing. And you have another young lefty right here. And I mean, it doesn't matter what prospect you are. If you can get guys out at any level, you're going to move up in this system.
And you can read more about Francisco Jimenez on minor happenings on STOHD.com and in Tony's book listing the top 100 tribe prospects. Definitely a good book, so check it out.
I wonder if I'm still on that.
Yeah, you know, I think you're like at number, sitting around 50 right now. You know, maybe not. Welcome back to the show. Well, Jimenez is quite a ways away from the Indians as of right now. He's in Lake County, but one of the guys who's proven that he's a winner and done a nice job in the Indians farm system is Mike Sarbaugh. Now he's the manager at AAA Columbus. Scott Leo sat down with him and has this report from Columbus.
Joining us here in Columbus is Clippers skipper Mike Sarbaugh. Clippers are playing some pretty good ball as we get into this second month of the season. And Mike, first of all, thanks for taking a few minutes with us. What can you attribute this hot start to for this team? Obviously, it's one of the better starts we've seen in Columbus in quite some time.
Definitely been a good combination of some good pitching, and our offense has really been really good first 3 weeks of the season. Just good situational baseball, moving runners when we need to, getting some bunts down. So fundamentally, I've been really happy with how we've played.
The offense has been great, but it starts with pitching, and you've got some good ones in the rotation. Carrasco, Rondon, Gomez, 3 young Venezuelan right-handers. Johan Pino is a few years older, but he's probably been the best of the group so far.
Yeah, Johan's been very consistent with each start. He throws strikes with all of his pitches, and that's key. Really spots his fastball, keeps the hitters off balance. The other young pitchers they've had some good starts, but they're still developing and still learning things here at the AAA level. And then also having Scott Lewis here, he's on the DL right now. He's thrown really good for us early in the year, and then Josh Tomlin filled in really good for Scott Lewis in the last start.
This is a team that will get a lot of headlines because of its offense. You have the International League MVP from a year ago in Shelley Duncan, Carlos Santana, the top prospect, Jordan Brown, the league batting champ in the IL from last year. That's a pretty good resume of hitters to be able to throw out there on the lineup card.
Yeah, every day when I go to fill that lineup card out, it's a good feeling to have guys, like you say, those guys that have had the past track records. They really have very good offensive stats over the years, and then to mix them in with a guy like Jason Donald, who's really having a great year, Michael Brantley at the top of the lineup, Trevor Crowe, and then Brian Busher. He's been in the big leagues the last few years with the Twins, and just to mix those, it's fun to make the lineup.
Jason Donald has been playing either second or short for you just about every night. He's batting in the 2-hole. I made the comment during our last broadcast that he may be the most valuable player on this team so far because he's done so many little things that have helped this team win close games.
Yeah, that's for sure. I've really been happy with how he's made the transition to second base. But really the one thing is just how he swung the bat. Been very patient, very selective, but when he gets his pitch, he's been putting a really good swing on it, using the whole field. And, after a tough year with some injuries last year, I'm happy for Jason to get off to that good start.
The guy that's been hitting behind him on most nights is Carlos Santana, and all Indians fans know about Carlos at this point as he now gets a month under his belt in AAA. What have you seen that has impressed you from him already this year, and where does he need to improve as he gets ready for his big league career?
Well, offensively, he's continued. He picked up right where he left off last year in Akron, from both sides of the plate. So that's one thing. It's always, he's always been very good at. Defensively, he's done a nice job. He's really done a good job of blocking balls in the dirt and working with the staff. He just needs to continue to work on calling games and just about being a major league catcher. And that's what we're trying to do with him here is develop him so when he gets to the big leagues, he's ready to go.
You have managed at basically every level now through the Indians farm system, and you've got your first month of AAA baseball under your belt as a skipper, and this team is off to a good start. How have you managed to win at each level? I mean, you have been able to win championships, you've had winning seasons all the way up through the ranks. That's pretty impressive.
Well, yeah, I've been really fortunate to have good staffs, and we've had a lot of good players come through our system, and to be able to have guys, like Jimenez, Santana, Bone Mills, Weglars, and guys that have come through the system. Everything I've asked those guys, they've always worked hard for me. It's all about the players, and I just feel like I've been really fortunate over the years.
AAA is really the first level where you see guys that have logged some serious big league time, some veteran players in addition to those young, hot prospects. How, for you, is managing AAA different from your previous stints in this organization?
I think it's still baseball. I think you go about your work the same way, but I think you're just dealing with a little bit more mature men. Some have families. So from that standpoint, you might treat them a little differently than you would a player in A-ball. But you respect what they've done, but you just know that we still have a job to do here.
All right, Mike, best of luck the rest of the way. I'm sure we'll chat again.
Thank you.
Well, thanks, Scott, for that. And you look at Coach Sarbaugh, I mean, he's been in the organization since '89, been a manager for 7 years now, and I actually played for him when he was with Akron. Great guy, knows his personnel, and does an awesome job as a manager. I mean, he's won some titles in the Eastern League, and for him to get the opportunity right now is amazing.
Yeah, it's great to see Mike Sarbaugh doing a great job with the Columbus Clippers. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, he could be the power hitter that the Indians are looking for. Nick Weglars tearing up the Eastern League with the Arrows and has his sights set on Cleveland. You'll meet him next.
Beautiful. 26, 36 feet per second up.